Going live, going live. Hanging out here. I just sent out some emails and little messenger deal. So we'll see who shows up here for a little tip for you guys that I think you guys will like. And if you're on the replay, you can probably fast forward about a minute or two, something like that. Because we're just going to bullshit here for a little bit before we check it out. If you can see and hear me, you know what to do. Just type like a 1 in the comments or something. So if you can see and hear, type in the comments so I know that this is working. Otherwise, I won't be able to really move forward. For anyone here that is a music producer, has an artist page, I think this is going to become more important as time goes on, as far as promoting yourself. Nice, Dylan. Gave me all the different versions of one. And I like that. You got a sense of humor about this shit. And you're also being helpful. So thanks, Dylan. If you got any questions, by the way, when I do this, just let me know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to like one of your little posts there. There you go. See, I liked it. Isn't that amazing? Amazing how technology works. The interaction between people. All right. So looks like a few of you guys are here. I'm going to jump over to my screen here. And I'm going to show you something that I think every music maker that has a fan page should be doing, whether you're using Facebook Messenger or not. So let's get into this. All right. There we go. Should be seeing my page right now. So here is what I recommend that everyone does ASAP, because Facebook Messenger is going to be a really important tool. It already is, but it's just going to get more and more important to use. And if you understand how to use it, then you're going to be in good shape. So with that, let me just pop over here. You should be seeing my screen. So this is my artist page here. I haven't done what I am going to suggest you do yet. So I held off just so I can show you guys what you are going to want to do. So on your page here, you want to jump into settings, and then jump over to page roles. Oh, there we go. Advanced messaging. Cool. So go into your settings, advanced messaging, and then what you're going to want to do is go here into subscription messaging and request. All right. So what this is going to be able to do is it's going to help you to communicate with your followers, with your fans. All right. So they give you 3 different things that you can create kind of a subscriber basis. And what this does is with Messenger, you can broadcast to your fans, but there's rules to when and how you can broadcast. So this is a way that you can set up non-promotional posts to keep engaged with your fans, right? So this would kind of be like backstage stuff or behind the scenes or any tips that you have, that sort of thing. This non-promotional post is important because let's say that you're promoting a show or promoting an album or what have you, and you want to share this with as many of your fans as possible. Well, you can't just necessarily, or you're going to stop being able to just make a broadcast saying, hey, here's my show. It costs $10. This is where it's at. Or, hey, this is my new CD release or EP release. Go download it or check it out on Spotify or whatever. Those are considered like promotional broadcasts. So I'm going to put productivity. So in other words, as an artist, you could kind of be helping, or at least in the messaging here to get approved, you can say that you're kind of using this as a way to help other artists be productive and that sort of thing. And this is a great way that you can communicate with your fan base. So the details here will be, I provide weekly updates and tips on my music. I share songs that are in progress and ideas that are just coming to fruition. Okay, so non-promotional. You don't want to put anything about, trying to sell anything or any sort of promotion. This is just you having a kind of a personal one-on-one with your fans, right? And this is something that they would opt into, and then they will, you'll be able to communicate with them weekly or what have you. It doesn't have to be weekly. It could be monthly. It could even be daily, but you just got to let them know up front. So then you can give examples of what you would be doing. So in this case, I'd be, hey, for this weekly music share, I wanted to show you how I am layering my vocals for this new song. Okay. And then I could put, hey, for this weekly share, I've just finished a new song that nobody has heard. Let me take you behind the scenes on how this was created. Right? So basically what you're doing here is you're just giving value. And with that, you are going to submit, and apparently it takes about 5 days for you to be confirmed, right? So that you can give people broadcasts on a somewhat regular basis. It's kind of like a subscription, just like a magazine has like a monthly sort of thing. Even though a magazine is something that's sold, this is something that's not sold that you share with your fans for free. Does this make sense to you guys so far? So we're going to save the draft, and then you can whitelist domains. Usually these are like the apps or things that you're using. So I want to whitelist. I think that this app is probably already whitelisted, but I'm just going to put the website there, which I have right here. Use an app called Chatmatic. There's also ManyChat, which is a much more popular format, pretty easy to use. And then after that, we're going to submit for review. And it says, we received your request. A review process may take up to 5 days. So awesome. Now we have a new way that we can communicate with our fans. And even if you aren't yet set up for Messenger, this is something that you should probably do. So in the future, when you do get on board using ManyChat or Chatmatic or any other program that offers this sort of service, you're going to be able to be in more direct communication with your fans. Let's get back over to using chat. Okay. So for example, I can share with you, I've got my record label here, and what I've been doing in the past is I've been sending broadcasts. Okay. And this is what you would kind of consider, even though the shows are normally free entry, this is an example, right? So I could come in and broadcast, let people know tonight is this is for the Halloween show. I have a residency at a place here in Denver called the Black Box, and just like to let people know how to get on the guest list and the artists that are playing and so forth, right? So this would be like a broadcast, and I would want to send this to all of my fans, right? The problem is the ability to do a broadcast like this is going away because they don't want people sending loads of promo stuff. So what I would need to do is something like this. So I would need to start with a new broadcast, all right? And it's going to be a messenger broadcast. And then content type, right? So right now, I guess I could just put, see, I could send like an event update if I'm doing a webinar or something like that, but I can't invite people to a webinar just as a broadcast. So what I would need to do is something on the level of, well, first, I'm just going to call this community alert, okay? And then I can say, hey, and grab the name of whatever. I have loads of great tips, great Ableton and music production tips that I would love to share with you weekly. This may also include live streams. If this sounds cool to you, just click the button below to subscribe. All right. And now I haven't been approved for subscriptions yet on this page, so I can't necessarily do this until I'm approved. However, once that's approved, then this could be a trigger. I could create a button here that would say, yes, subscribe me, right? Something simple like that. And then I can, I believe that this would probably have some sort of a subscription sort of option here, okay? So that is what eventually you want to get to, and that way you have people subscribe that you can broadcast to weekly, daily, as long as you let them know in advance. You can talk to your fans, let them know what you're up to. If you're filming a video, if you're working on a song, you want to show them kind of behind the scenes. If you want to do kind of a show off of your studio, anything like that is kind of non-promotional stuff that people can subscribe to. And then, so let's say you do this every Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, you can actually share, because anyone that that interacts with your subscription, in other words, a subscription could be something just like this, but it can say, hey, I've got this great new tip on EQing or whatever, right? If you're an artist, which most of you, I believe, are, you'd be able to say, hey, check out this new track that that's almost finished. I want you to be the first to hear it. And then you can create a button, say, show me, the track. And then from there, it can take people to your website or send them a message that has a video or music in it directly, right? And if they click that button in order to get this kind of update from you, then you can communicate with them on a Wednesday, sharing like any promotions or shows you're doing, or anything that you want to sell, whether it be merchandise or your CD or shirts or shows or whatever. Does that make sense to you guys? So this could be really, really powerful for you guys. And I think it's definitely worth definitely for free up until you get 250 subscribers. Super worth it. And then, beyond that, $15 to $20 a month is really good if you've got something that you really want to share and you're really trying to build your audience. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Again, if you guys are interested in me doing kind of a mini course on how, messenger communication works with your fans and how you can kind of build yourself a fan base, then this is going to be really, really cool. I'd be happy to make like a mini course or something, and we'll do it directly through Messenger so you could see kind of how that works. All right. With that, I hope you take this lesson and use it. And if you got any questions, even if you're on the replay or something like that, just drop them in and I'd be happy to answer those for you. Talk soon. Have a fantastic one.